Hi everyone. God put it upon my heart to make this video because I've seen, I've heard, and I've been around a lot of women with self-esteem issues. So I'd like for you to answer these questions. Do I have a relationship with God? Do I have a decent relationship with my parents? Rather if they're step parents, adopted, or biological. Am I happy with myself? Have I ever tried to commit suicide? Have I ever cut myself? Have I ever had an abortion? Am I ashamed of my appearance? Am I ashamed of my family? Am I embarrassed of where I stay, what I drive, or where I work? Do I have unprotected sex, knowing that the diseases are at risk? Do I do drugs and alcohol? Am I a good parent? Are my children in my custody? Do I do things just to do it, to make others happy? Have I been in a sexually, physically, psychologically, verbally, or mentally abused relationship? Has a male ever abused me sexually? Am I dealing with insecurities with my weight? Maybe I'm too big. Maybe I'm too small. Do I look to other people to give me a sense of direction? Do I follow others? Do I really love who I am? Well, if you have answered all of those questions, and if you are dealing with any of those things, today is the day that you stop suffering with pain and hurt. Stop blaming yourself, stop blaming others for your past and for what's going on now. Some of you are dealing with lost loved ones that have been killed or died or have died, and it's hurting you. Some of you are dealing with trying to be the best parent you can be to your children, but it seems as if you can't and you aren't doing your best. There's no handbook on how to be a mother, but do know that the best gift that you can give to your child is love. Not buying them every Jordan that comes out, or every nice designer clothes, or every tablet or a game system. That's not love for your children. Loving your children is simply supplying their needs. Shelter, food, clothes, nice, decent clothes. And giving them all the love you can, unconditional love. Now, some of you are saying, well, I didn't have that growing up, so I want to give them the best. It's okay. You have to learn to understand that the things that you are going through happens for a reason. These things that happens to you are not because the devil is trying to break you down. It's because God gives you testimonies. He gives us all testimonies. He gives us tests. He throws things at us to test our faith. You have to be a believer. You have to be so strong. And you can't let anybody get in the way of your mind. You have to say that I no longer want to go through these things. I'm no longer going to go through these things. Today is the day that I stand up and say, I know who I am and I love who I am. There's no sense in taking my life. There's no sense in cutting myself. There's no sense in going to get an abortion because I want to save me. There's no sense in continually keeping secrets when you're being abused. There's no sense in sticking your hand down your throat just because you want to have a model type body. There's no sense in continually eating knowing that you don't want to be fat. There's no sense in having unprotected sex knowing that you will get a disease. There's no sense in not getting a relationship with God when He's the only person that can save you. Go into a comfortable spot, relax yourself and relax your mind. Pray, give it all to God. If you have to cry, if you have to shout, if you have to have a temper tantrum, do it. And stop being captivated, being in a cage, and feeling alone, because you don't have to feel that way. Someone else is going through it also. And guess what? You can be a voice to someone else. You can be a lending and a helping hand to someone else. You do not have to suffer with that anymore. Love yourself. You have to love yourself. And you have to get up today, on this day, and say, I know who I am, and I love who I am. And all of those negative things are behind me. I'm looking towards my future and I'm going to change. Change today and love yourself. I love you guys.